Welcome back to the Jar Pain Podcast, the podcast where we answer life's toughest questions from silly to serious. My name is Matt, and this is Ben. I threw you for a whirl there. Thank you for asking your questions at jarpain.com. You can ask a question as well. No one leaves their name, but you could, and we'd shout you out.
You could. We'd shout out a fan.
Tell your friends about the show. Like, comment, subscribe.
A first one to put their name on a question, first one would be the first one.
Yeah,
So,
I don't think they can hear those voices.
I hope so.
Well, they're about to leave. She just said, "Oh, are we taking your car?"
Jennifer, are we thinking
They don't know that I hear them. That's what's fun to me. Not fun, because that sounds like I'm a very voyeuristic. But
hey man, let your freak flag fly.
okay, yeah. I mean, that's what I do on YouTube. I peer into random people's lives.
You do that. You do that.
Yeah, is that wrong? Fuck.
It's not wrong. It's just an interesting hobby.
Yeah. I got on the roll the other day of watching recorded Zoom meetings.
What?
People during the pandemic would do like Zoom happy hours with their coworkers, and the company would post them to YouTube so people could watch them if they weren't there. And so, like, dude, you're watching people interact with their coworkers and no one's having a good time, but they're trying to have a good time and be fun. I don't know if you've ever experienced like a coworker party where it's casual, but you're still at work. Like that you try to be casual, but you're still with your boss. You know,
Yeah.
You can't be like fucking Susan, you know?
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
it's this weird dynamic, and it's extremely intriguing to watch these animals with tuxedos on. That's how it feels.
We gotta get you off the YouTube, bud.
No, I love it. I ain't ever getting out of there. When I die, upload me.
That's the most Matt Hasenmueller thing I think I've ever heard. If that's not on your tombstone, I don't. Or at least like the quote next to your picture at the funeral. I don't.
The grave says, "If I'm here, I wasn't uploaded."
I am mad. First question. What is the most surprising thing you've learned as you've gotten older?
I actually have a pretty quick answer to this one.
Yeah, what's that?
No one knows what they're doing. When you're a kid, you're like, my parents love these guys. They've got it all figured out. I don't got to worry about nothing. And then you grow up and you're like, oh, yeah, we're all just taking it hour by hour for the most part.
Yeah.
In some ways, we know what we're doing, especially like at your job. You know, you can do routine. You know what you're doing. But the life stuff?
Oh, no.
You're just figuring it out.
You're settling.
As you go. You're
settling for whatever dream you couldn't pursue or get.
Yeah.
And then you're sad about this. This is what life is as you get older. It's, hey, I want to do this. I can't do this. Rent's due. Okay. So let me go to this place.
Yeah.
And then you're like, I'm sad that I didn't do that one thing that I was wanting to do.
But then you go, shit, I need food. I need to go grocery store.
All right, back to that one place that I hate.
Maybe you fall in love and you have kids, and then it's totally whacked up.
And then you're like, can I still do that one thing I wanted to do before I had the kids?
And then the electric bill comes, and you're like, oh shit, yeah, I got to pay that.
Oh yeah, I can't even worry about that.
Yep.
And
then you're exhausted, so you reward yourself with a movie, or you go to a dinner, or you binge a Netflix show. And then that's more time gone. And all of a sudden, you're in your mid-30s. And you're like, whoa, how did I get here?
What happened?
How did I put... There's a hedge on my wall. What the hell?
Where did this hedge come from?
I was just 16.
Jesus. Oh, also, all the friends you did have?
They're gone.
You don't.
And it's okay. It's very natural to grow apart from people. And it's very natural... And from my perspective, like most of my social time is at work because work's a big priority for me. I really like my job. So most of my social interaction is at work with my coworkers. Yeah. And I'll tell you what, my friends that I hang out with now, they're my coworkers. We watch movies together and we go out.
There you go.
That's kind of what happens, though.
That's what happens as you get older.
Until you have kids.
Yeah.
And then your friends become your kids' friends' parents.
Well, unless the friends don't have
But you
kids.
still keep, there's friends you'll keep.
Yeah.
There's a couple rare,
Yeah.
you know. But it dwindles from like a social group of 15 will dwindle to like, I got 3 buddies. I got 5 buddies.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Can you point the bottom of your shoe at the camera, please? No, lift it. I want you to know you've had a penny stuck to the bottom of your shoe this whole time, and I don't want you to move it.
I'm not going to move it.
But
is it heads up or heads down?
It looks like it's tails. It looks like it's tails.
Tails down or tails up?
Tails down.
Oh, sick. Then it's lucky.
You got a lucky shoe.
Got a lucky shoe.
Nice title.
Lucky shoe.
Yeah. Any other surprising things that you learned? The most surprising?
Money means nothing, but it means everything.
Yeah, that sucks. I used to say money isn't real. Boy, was I wrong.
Boy, are you wrong.
Yeah.
Taxes are bullshit.
You're becoming a conservative.
Nope. This is just in general. The whole idea of paying money for living is quite crazy to me.
Yeah. I tell you what, if there was no sales tax, I'd be a lot more jazzed about paying taxes. Like if they just taxed us once, but they're taxing the income, then they're taxing the thing you buy. If you make a lot of money, you have to pay the capital gains tax.
Unless you make a lot of money.
If you make a lot, if that's another crazy thing.
Then you don't pay anything at all, really.
Then there are ways you can like get paid in stocks and bonds, which are not taxable, and then take cash loans out against the stocks and bonds, so you have liquid cash, but you're not taxed on that. It's crazy out there. It's crazy.
Here's what I've learned.
If you get rich, you could be rich the rest of your life. That's crazy too.
That is crazy. Here's the thing I've learned. The more you think about everything of society, in terms of society, the less sense any of it makes.
Yeah. It's just a few powerful people making all the decisions. And by a few, I mean a small percentage. There's hundreds of them.
I mean, I'm not even talking about the powerful people. I'm just talking about the way we interact, the way norms are established, and all. None of it makes sense the more you think about it. So
why do we sing happy birthday? You have to stop asking questions.
You do.
And unfortunately, I have the disease of why. I will never stop. Why have I had a candle with no, why? Truthfully, it's because it doesn't affect my life in any way to have an empty candle there. But it's been there for months. And I just saw it for the first time, basically. And I'm like, geez, that candle's still there.
You should get a new candle. Mostly because
candles are expensive.
They are expensive. Which, again, if you ask yourself, why don't, it's not going to make sense. And then when you think about why it doesn't make sense, or why it does make sense that doesn't make sense, that's how you get insane.
Yeah.
That's how you turn into a Lovecraft. Get a new candle, because when you light it the next time you're working, it'll smell good and it'll make you feel better.
That's why I get candles.
Exactly.
You know what? I can get candles from work at a pretty good discount.
There you go.
Yeah.
Get some candles.
Yeah.
Who do you admire most in your life?
God.
For all the killing or creating or...
No, I admire...
Ritalin?
Who are we worshiping?
I mean, lately I've been worshiping art. I've been really trying to.
Oh, hell yeah, Ben!
Appreciate
fucking callback.
Shut up.
Very specific callback.
Disgusting. I don't know. I try not to worship people. I try not to worship anything except art. I don't think you should worship a person. I do think you should worship a thing.
You believe in a higher. You're like the 12-step program. Like you believe you should have a belief system.
Okay, for the context of this question, no, but for the context in like just how human beings are in general, yes.
I don't think there's one person I admire the most, though. I think I admire a lot of people.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You don't have to. It doesn't have to be just
admire or worship. Who do you admire? Okay, admire.
I admire a lot of people in my life.
Yeah.
I admire my brother, starting a family, having a good job, being a dad, doing that hard stuff. My nephew starting to teeth. I'm glad I don't have a kid.
Oh my God.
I admire you and your tenacity with comedy. That's very admirable. I admire the people I work with and the great ideas they have, and like they're so creative and so, again, tenacity is really admirable to me. Like they're tenacious people. We do things. I admire a lot of people. I admire I admire Luke Nichols from Outdoor Boys for stepping away from his YouTube channel that has that grew from 4 million followers to 12 million followers in about 18 months.
I heard about that.
And he stepped away. He said, "This isn't good for my family. We're getting recognized. We can't have normal lives. I think it's time for me to step away from the camera and get behind the camera and help people who want help with their YouTube channels, like my kids."
Yeah.
I can't imagine walking away from a media empire like that. I mean, he's generating, I've done the math. With the amount of views he gets per month, he's generating almost $1 million a month in income.
Okay, I've never watched The Outdoor Boys, so what is the synopsis of the channel?
It's outdoor content, like survival type content.
Yeah.
It'll be him camping in negative 20-degree weather in Alaska with no sleeping bag. He has to like build a shelter, build a fire. Like he goes through all the steps. He builds igloos and like he cooks outdoors.
Yeah.
And then there's like the family content, which is why he called it Outdoor Boys. Was like he will take his kids on these adventures. He'll take you along for his family vacation to Japan. They do a lot of historical stuff, a lot of outdoor stuff. He trained. He's also like an ex-military guy, so he'll do like he did this like crazy military training in Japan. Like they're like in the jungle Navy SEAL training, which was like crazy.
Jesus.
Like he's just. But all his videos are so wholesome and so wonderful. And like, I don't want to glaze him too hard, but like his content gave me a lot of value.
Side note, okay, this is one of those things in society where like when I try to think about it, I'm like, why is that a thing? I don't like that people are saying glaze, specifically the children.
I'm not glazing a child.
No. I'm not saying you're glazing, nor should you.
Yeah.
I'm saying that children are using that term.
Because it is a sexual term.
Yeah. It means to bust a nut on a person.
But it could also mean glaze a donut.
It literally does not.
Yeah.
Because when you're glazing on someone, you're jerking off to them.
But I think it's superseded sexuality. It's gone above the sexual tone of what it was.
Yes and no. Because it's like, I don't mean to toot your horn, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't mean to. It's literally just like a step either above or below. I don't mean to jerk you off.
It's below that, but I see what you're saying.
See what I mean? Like,
yeah.
That is a wildly inappropriate term that people are using pretty willy-nilly.
Yeah,
like.
and it's entered the colloquial.
They're like, no glaze. Like,
yeah.
No, stop that. Shut the fuck up. You're the future?
No bust or anything.
No bust. Hey man, great shirt. No bust. No bust, dog.
Hey, I'm not coming over here, but that is a fantastic top.
Hey man, I don't mean to edge you right now, but fucking killer fit.
Yeah, that is weird. I should stop saying that, but
you can't. It's now going to be stuck in your head, and the fact that I told you not to say it is going to make you say it more. I had the same thing when remember when swag? People go around saying swag.
You do say swag a lot, and it's a little off-putting.
Don't say swag a lot. And if I have had said it, it was some subconscious bullshit.
I know, but I've heard you'll be like swag.
Swag. Swag.
Yeah, so this is to end my big glaze on Luke Nichols from Outdoor Boys. I love you, man. I'm going to miss you.
No glaze.
I hope you're not gone forever, but if you are, I get it.
But it is.
He made the right choice.
Integrity.
He chose his family. Yeah, integrity is right.
Yep.
He chose his family over fame. And not a lot of people do that. You don't get that out in the wild. And could it be attested to the fact that he is a Mormon and a very faithful man? Maybe. Is that an argument for religion? Maybe.
People I admire. You.
Oh, thank you, man.
Because
you get more specific.
You're full glaze. No, just your ability to just freaking look into something with such detail and veracity is crazy. I'm
mentally ill.
Yeah, I don't have the patience to do that, and it's wild that you're able to do such a thing.
Yeah. I'm really good at figuring things out.
Yeah.
I'm resourceful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cullen, because he
Created a community.
created a community, and
We'll never take credit for it.
well, I don't really. He should stop doing that. That's insane.
He should take a little credit.
Take a little credit. You can be humble about it. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's not gonna.
It's like okay to say I've been doing this for 15 years and so I have a little more gusto to my comment or opinion.
Exactly. Also, glaze yourself, man. People are glazing everyone. Just glaze yourself. Glaze yourself, Colin.
Title. Glaze yourself.
Title. Please, God. Title.
I could say glaze yourself.
Glaze yourself, dude.
It's superseded sexuality.
Yo, this fucking guy right here is fucking totally glazing himself. Totally glazing his chest and belly button.
I wish that he would light a candle, get some lotion, and glaze himself a little more.
100% agreed. 100%. No, just because, he put so much.
He
effort.
cares so much.
He put so much effort into that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I admire Matt Campbell for eating dick after dick after dick on stage.
So many. And with no glaze.
And then he still goes up there, and that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
He works hard. And that's cool. I admire my girlfriend for doing streaming and growing as fast as she has, and
yeah, it's pretty incredible.
That takes a lot of work. Watching her stream made me realize how much effort goes into streaming.
It's a performance.
It is. But also, I mean, at her level, it is. There's a lot of performance on other people's levels. I feel like they've just got. It's like Mick Jagger, where it's just like Coke, where it's just like stream,
like
boom.
The technicality of that is difficult to figure out, and things go wrong, and you have to like react and on the fly.
It's crazy. But yeah, also, I don't know, my mom for raising two children on her own.
Does she use OBS?
She does use OBS.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, it's the better thing. It's more technical, but this is just jargon. Anyway, there's a lot of people I admire a lot in my life. Least favorite household chore?
Dishes. God, I hate dishes.
With a dishwasher or without?
Either.
That's fair.
I hate after dinner cleanup.
Yeah.
Specifically.
It really is the worst, dog.
Yeah.
What I really don't like, and I think we can all agree, when someone like leaves a sink filled with water, or it just
and
fills,
it gets cold,
and then you got to put your
stick
hand
your
in.
fingies down there, and it's like an oily, gross thing. Yeah,
legitimately disgusting.
I'm the same way with wet plastic, like a wet plastic bag. I cannot stand the feeling of that. It feels like garbage, like gross, dirty garbage. Even if I know I did. Like if you dunked a plastic bag into the water, that is one of the grossest things in the world to me.
Yeah, agreed.
It immediately makes it garbage. Even if it was clean water in a clean bag. Yeah.
No thanks.
Yeah, man. I mean, the best situation for me, and I've had this, and it's great. I love to cook, but I hate to do dishes.
Yeah.
Get someone in my life who hates to cook, doesn't mind doing dishes.
See,
that's the best scenario for me.
That is an interesting thing to put on a dating app. Hey, I love to cook, don't like dishes. You like doing dishes but don't like to cook? We're a match.
Well, no one likes doing dishes, but I think there are plenty of people out there, and I've met them, who don't mind doing the dishes if they don't have to cook at all. They prefer that.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Yeah. God,
I hate dishes. I used to hate mowing the lawn. That's not so much an issue anymore because I live in an apartment and the lawn gets mowed.
You know, here's the thing. Laundry isn't it's not my favorite thing. But I'll tell you what, part where you have to move the laundry from the washer to the dryer, my least favorite part.
You got to get one of those new ones. All in one.
What do you mean all in one?
It's one hole.
It's one
machine?
It's
a one-hole solution.
It's one machine.
It washes it, turns the other. Once it's done washing, it starts drying.
That seems crazy.
Yeah. You just put it in 2 hours later, fresh, dry laundry.
How are we in 2025 and this is the first I'm hearing of this?
They've actually had it for years in Europe.
Europe.
Yeah. I don't like laundry either. But that is mostly because my laundry exists 2 flights of stairs down from me.
Yeah.
And it's shared.
Yeah.
It is free. Gratitude point, it's free. And it's not coin operated.
Gratitude point.
Gratitude point.
Glaze point, it's free.
Glaze point, it's free. Because I've lived in apartments where you're like, fuck, I need quarters to wash my clothes. And you're spending like, if you're doing multiple loads, you're spending $10, $12.
That's true.
And that sucks. But shared laundry in general kind of sucks because you're like, you're going on stairs. You do the work to gather up your things and you're committing to, I'm going to be home for 2-3 hours to do my laundry.
Yeah.
Walk a heavy thing down 2 flights of stairs. And then someone's fucking using the washer. And most people in the house are good about getting it out in a timely manner. There is one who is not. And they move it to the dryer and it'll sit in the dryer for like 6 hours. It's gotten to the point where I give them a good amount of time, but if I come back the next day, I'm taking their clothes out of the dryer and putting it in their basket down there.
There you go.
But that is a little weird when you're pulling out somebody else's clean clothes.
Yeah.
But at a certain point, you're like, hey,
you got to do it.
Hey, sister. Hey, babe. Life's got to go on. Life continues.
Life goes on.
If you don't want me touching your laundry, don't leave it down there for 24 hours.
Hypothetical for you. Would you rather have the situation you have now, or you have a laundry machine? You have laundry machines up here, but you got to pay for them.
The question is really, are you poor or are you lazy? And unfortunately, I'm a bit of both. I would use the upstairs one. But that is a dream of mine. If I get an apartment or a house with in-unit laundry, that's it, babe.
If you got a house and you didn't get in-unit laundry, you fucked up.
That is a thing, though. There are houses that you rent that do not have washers and dryers. They have hookups. You can buy your own.
Okay, if you're renting the house, that makes sense. I get that.
But yes, I agree. If you buy a house,
I was gonna say.
But sometimes people take their appliances with them. You still have to buy the appliances.
That's fair.
Like, what are you gonna do? You bought a house, but you just had to replace your washer dryer. You spent $2,000. You're not gonna take them with you. You gotta take them with you.
You gotta take them with you. Yeah, that's fair. All right, what are we on?
One more than the last one.
Okay. What is the best Disney movie? You want me to rip? Because I already know it.
Okay.
Aladdin. Cartoon. Nope. Best.
Aladdin's the best?
The best. Are you kidding me? Robin Williams, Prime.
That's true.
It's got bangers.
Yeah. What is that one that's like, I just can't wait to be... That's Lion King.
Yeah, Lion King. Lion King's a classic.
I really like The Lion King.
Lion King is like peak Disney.
God, The Lion King was good.
Lion King was good.
I really liked Pocahontas.
Pocahontas was good. Pocahontas was one of those ones where I was like, I always wanted to watch more of it, but I always ended up watching a lot of like kid films, like the animal kid films, and I never really got a lot of the human films, like Anastasia. I never got it.
Anastasia is awesome.
I
Anastasia 2, Bartok's Revenge.
never saw the second one.
Well,
I barely saw the first one.
You know the little bat, the naked bat?
Yeah.
I love that guy. And the whole second movie has nothing to do with Anastasia. It's just a Bartok movie.
Just the bat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he has to go on a journey with 3 stops. My favorite type of movie. Simple to follow.
Yeah.
You want this, you must do these 3 things. And then it just follows a 3-act structure almost exactly. But it's so easy to watch. Pirates of the Caribbean.
Pirates of the Caribbean's good. Wouldn't say best.
We talking classics? We talking any?
I'm gonna go any. Go any.
I love a Brink.
I
I love a DCOM. I love a Disney Channel original movie.
I didn't fuck with Disney Channel. There's Nickelodeon. I wanted more Cartoon Network in my life because Cartoon Network had Samurai Jack.
Wasn't a fan.
Samurai Jack?
We were not a Cartoon Network family. We were a Disney and Nickelodeon family.
I could imagine that being a religious family.
Yeah, we were Christian.
Yeah. Cartoon Network was for atheists.
Although I did enjoy Dexter's Laboratory. Didi!
Didi!
Omelette du fromage.
Get out of my laboratory.
Laboratory. Omelette de fromage.
Omelette de fromage. Yeah.
I have a visceral memory of on Christmas morning. I was so excited for Christmas. I woke up at like 4 a.m. and no one was awake. Understandably so. It was dark. And so I just turned on Dexter's Laboratory, and that was the episode playing. And he says it so much in the episode. Omelette de fromage.
Omelette de fromage. Isn't he trying to woo girls? You speak
I
French?
forget. I only remember omelette de fromage title.
Yeah.
That's gonna get a couple clicks
Yeah.
that we wouldn't normally get because people are like, "Oh, is it a Dexter's Laboratory podcast?"
Look, yeah, dude.
Uh,
Are they making eggs?
what was the question?
Favorite Disney movie?
Oh,
Best.
yeah.
What is the best Disney movie?
Yeah, but best is so subjective. I know. I hate to be a little fucking rat and be like,
Be-
yeah,
Listen, be rad about it, okay?
the best is up to you.
So what up to you is the best Disney movie?
Probably Lion King.
All right. That's why I said Aladdin, because it's the best to me.
And now Disney owns like 45% of media, so you could almost name any movie, and in some way, it is a Disney. It is a Disney holding company.
See
Title.
that is worse than the other way. In terms of being a rat,
Yeah.
and you being, well, Disney owns like 45% of Hollywood, so they're like technically every movie's a Disney movie.
Yeah, that Disney movie I love, The Simpsons. Technically a Disney movie.
Simpsons movie is actually
It's a pretty good movie.
one,
It's a
yeah.
pretty good Disney movie.
Pretty good Disney movie.
Oh, you mean Star Wars?
The Star Wars franchise.
Oh, you mean Marvel? I love the Avengers, that Disney movie. Yeah, it's stupid.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, Aladdin's a good pick.
Prince Ali, fancy as he, Alibaba. Can't respect, down on your knees. He fought.
What was the monkey called? Abu?
Abu? He fought the galloping hordes. 10,000 black guys with swords.
Yeah, I might cut some of this hero worship out.
Well, I mean, we might have to cut out the song because Disney's lawyers might sue. They are aggressive.
Then they also have 45% of the lawyers. They have a lot of lawyers.
That's a lot of lawyers.
Yeah.
And I don't think Walt would be quite fond of a lot of them.
The lawyers?
Yeah.
Let's move on. That was a good joke,
Thank you.
but I'm not going to explain it. If people get the joke, there you go.
You're our fans. All right. Now we're manifesting. Man, why do we manifest?
This is the last question. Try to put as much good energy into the jar as possible to end on a great question. Kind of struggling with the rhythm there, Ben. I can't connect to it. You got to do something consistent.
I was getting consistent.
No, you're speeding up and slowing down.
Oh, that. All right.
Aladdin had sex with the tiger, but nobody knows. I was the tiger in a costume and I sued him, yeah. He took away my stripes, put them in his closet, found out I was a person, and then he lost it. Aladdin had sex with the tiger, and the tiger was me. Yow!
Meow.
Kind of had a Spoon vibe. It had a good melody. The words were atrocious, but it had a good vibe to it.
Yeah. Last question. Would you rather eat a handful of M&Ms with one Skittle in it or a handful of Skittles with one M&M in it? I'm going to go M&Ms.
With one Skittle.
With one Skittle, because that's not going to be as like conflicting as I feel like being a handful of M&Ms, a handful of Skittles with one M&M.
Yeah, I've had both. I've had a handful of Skittles and a handful of M&Ms.
And also, I just like M&Ms more. So I would like to have more of the thing I like.
See, I like the Skittles more, I think.
Yeah.
I was a Skittles man for a time.
Man, this question just doesn't define us personality-wise anymore.
Specifically the purple bag Skittles.
What was the difference?
I think those were tropical. No, tropical was the orange bag. It just had, I think it was more berry focused.
That makes sense. I feel like purple's the industry standard.
The mixed berry.
Yeah.
And traditionally I don't like a mixed berry. But I liked the purple bag of Skittles. But the one M&M in there kind of throws me for a loop because that feels gross.
That would
Chocolate fruit.
It's a peanut M&M.
I think that's worse.
Yeah, if I was eating like peanut butter M&Ms and then all of a sudden just a Skittle cranked out of nowhere.
Whoa.
No.
Off-putting.
No. Off M&Ms at that point.